Good morning and a very, very warm welcome to all of you. Soon we are going to start our first session. Learn, unlearn and relearn is the theme of today's session. And before we start, let me introduce myself once again very briefly. My name is Sheila Naravne. I am a internationally certified life coach. I do soft skill trainings, recruitments for the last 9 years. And before that, I was working in an MNC shipping and logistic industry for 27 years. So let's start with our today's session. We have 4. I hope it's all interesting and interactive. I'm just looking forward to interact with all of you on these topics. Today, we will discuss reconnecting with yourself, learning and unlearning, managing your free time, and becoming tech savvy. So first of all, reconnecting with yourself. Now, let's first discuss about how and who we are connected with in our life right now. Yes, we are connected with our family members, friends, relatives, neighbors. If we are working, we have colleagues, bosses. If we have our own business, we have clients, customers, our support system. With so many people, we are connected. But this is all in the outer world, external world that we are connected with all the time. So our eyes are outside. We are looking outward. But when we turn our eyes inside to know who we are, look at ourselves. Who am I? What is that I like? What is I dislike? What is my passion? What is my talent? What I'm comfortable with, what I'm not comfortable with, how good I am on certain things, how grateful I am for certain things in my life. So these things, our time is always with people around us. If we are put in a closed room, without TV, without telephone, no music, nothing, and if we are asked to just sit and look within and see, who am I? How much time can we spend with ourselves? It will be so difficult even to spend 5 minutes for many people. We have never, probably, we don't consider that is important for us to know every time and assess ourselves, know, be aware of your true nature. We all have our dreams, a lot of things we want to do. Whether we are working, whether we are retired, it doesn't mean the end of the world. We have a lot of desires. We want to learn this, we want to do this, go for a music class, go for a dance class, anything that you want to learn, a new technology. We have to first be aware that these things I know, these things I'm not fully aware of. And I need to learn. Why? Because the world around me is changing. If we assess ourselves, take a list. If I say that let's make a list of all our strengths, our weaknesses, our plus points, everyone, each one of us, we are unique. All of us have some unique talents. And if we look within and assess ourselves and put down those things one by one, what I'm good at, what I'm not so good at, make an assessment and be proud of who you are and be aware about your own capabilities. We all have the capabilities within us. We all have the power, all have the intelligence, the wisdom is there within us right from the time we are born. But when we reach a certain probably age, what we think about ourselves more is, my age is now this, 50, 60, 70, whatever. So now with the age, we relate things that with age, now my memory is reducing, or I have less stamina, my energy levels are down. I want to do certain things, but I cannot. I cannot walk fast. So many things, when we talk about ourselves, what do we talk? When two friends meet, or even a family member, we talk about our health, our illness, which doctors we go to, what medicines we take, what tests we have done, what are my other issues, isn't it? Do you agree with me? You can put it in the chat box so I know that you are with me. Good. So 2 people have raised hands. This is what typically we as a human being, when we have to think about ourselves, we think more of negative points or our problems, our issues. But if for a moment, if we keep that aside, then yes, we as human being, we all have what we need to get in our life. Meaning, we all, end of the day, what we look for ourselves is a happy, peaceful life. And each one has a right to live happily. Do you agree? We all have rights to live happy, whatever stage we are in our life, irrespective of the age that we are, irrespective of whether we are working, whether we are at home, whether we are considered as a seniors at home. And let other people think for themselves. Let other people, even at home, think that, okay, you are a senior, so you should do only this. But what we as an individual feel is more important to lead our life successfully and happily. Because whatever we have in our outer world, all the materialistic things that we may possess, end of the day, what is our feeling is more important. Do we have a feeling of well-being? Do I look at my health? Am I doing anything to improve my health? What are my passions? What things I do which makes me happy? Am I doing that? Or my time is everybody else's time and not for me. So we sometimes say that, oh, I don't have confidence now. If I have to go out anywhere alone, I have no confidence. I have to cross the road, I have no confidence. I have to go somewhere and have a meaningful discussion with somebody, I'm not confident. If there are guests at home, I'm worried because my confidence level is down, whether I'll be able to do everything in time. So we have those dilemmas, these questions in our mind, and we lose control over time because of our thoughts. It's not that everything is gone. We have all the capabilities within us, but our thoughts have taken us one step behind. We think first and then we react. Agree? So everything starts with a thought. So it is very important that if we have to lead our life, if we have to control what things we do for ourselves, we must know what I want to do first. What are my capabilities? Where I need to improve? What I need to do for that? And it is absolutely important today because the life is changing. The family structure is changing. Today we may or may not have our kids with us. If we have to be on our own, if we have to be independent, then we have to unlearn certain things. If we have to learn new things, we have to unlearn certain things. Now, as a child, you will agree that our life is a continuous, we are a student. We are learning every day. When we were kids, child, when we became youth, and now if we are senior person, age doesn't matter. The learning is always continuous. Every day we are learning new things. Look at in your own life today, how we are all wired differently, although the learning is an inbuilt capability, inbuilt desire of human being. That anything new comes, we want, by our nature, we want to know. But sometimes we get into a closed door syndrome where we lock ourselves and we ignore what's happening around us. Now, this is one good example of what we knew many years ago. Is it valid today? Is it effective today? Look at this one example of phones. We had landline phones. And I remember when first time I bought this phone, mobile phone, it was like this. The big phone. Many of you may remember. And what evolution has happened and how the phones have changed. And what we have today, what we call as a smartphone in our hand. So things that we knew many years ago. Take an example of music. How we used to listen to the music those days with radio stations. Then we have cassettes. Then we have CDs. Then we have DVDs. Then we have online music. Ghana.com or some other website. And today, if you have a Google Home at home, you just say, Alexa, play this song, reduce volume. You just sit at your place and the music is on. So things around us are changing so dramatically, so fast. It's changing especially in the last 5 to 10 years. The change that we see and the change that we are going to see in the next 5 to 10 years is going to be very, very fast. So if the change is inevitable, हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते हैं. The change is going to happen. तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं इसके लिए? We have to accept the change happening around us. Agree with me? You can raise your hands. Do you agree that yes, there is a change? Everything, the way we live today is so different than the way we lived or people before us, or even we lived 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Is different. So we have to accept this change. And it's not only accept, but we have to adapt with open mind. That yes, this is going to happen. If we have to remain in this world, which is changing, we have to change ourselves. And why it is changing? Because, of course, technology, the innovation, continuously there's a change. We never thought of ordering food on the phone, booking your tickets, whether it's railways, bus, air tickets, sitting on your desk, you do everything. You have access and the work gets done. Isn't it different than what we were doing many years ago? So we have what we have learned or what we know becomes ineffective today. So we have to empty the teacup, meaning unless we unlearn what we knew, which is not effective, which is not valid in today's context, in today's world. But our mind is formed those habits. Our mind thinks the old path, the old rule, the rules of the game is changed. They are changed now. If we have to stay connected with ourselves or the outside world, we have to relearn few things so as to get connected with the environment which is changing around us. So are you with me till now that yes, things are changing? And if yes, thank you so much. We agree, we accept, we adapt that we need to change. And it's only our thoughts that will take us behind. If we think that yes, I have all the power within me, all the wisdom within me, nothing is difficult at any age to learn new things. Think of our past, how we have learned when we were kids, how we learned when we go to school, how we learned when we go to college. Even today, if you want, our desire is we want to learn, say for example, a new language. We hesitate. We think that is it a right thing to do? Is it something which at this age I should do? Do I have time? What others will say? It doesn't matter. Your life is in your hands. Yes, that doesn't mean we overlook our responsibilities. We all have, as a member of the family, we all have our responsibilities. But while taking care of those responsibilities, we shouldn't forget ourselves. Because we, again and again, if we have to be happy, and we must be happy, because only our health directly relates to our happiness index. Agar hum khush hai, those hormones which are created in our body, it will construct our body. Let go our illness, let go our diseases. Yes, doctors are there, medicine is there, but that's not 100% cure. Unless you accept the fact that everything is within us and the way we live our life, it depends on our own feelings, our own emotions. So now, if we have come so far that yes, there is a need for us to change, the need for us to find some time for ourselves in 24 hours that we have. Everybody has 24 hours. How much time? Think about it. How much time I really give it to myself? Even if you are sitting idly, you'll agree with me that most of the time we are thinking about something else. About our kids, about our other family members, about our colleagues, friends. We are always thinking of others, not ourselves. So now we have to, if we have to make a change, if we have to learn something new or relearn something, what we knew 10 years ago, we have to find time. We always say, and again here, even if we are at home, especially ladies or even gents also, I don't want to discriminate. But even if we are at home, we feel that we are busy. Do you agree? We feel we are always busy. We have things to do. We have n number of things that we want to do at home, or our responsibilities which takes us outside our house, maybe a banking. We have been going to banks for years, but banking can be done from home. The younger generation you ask today, they would say, I don't remember when I went last to the bank. So yes, whatever work we have, task we have in our hand, and we say we are busy, unless we plan something, it will never happen. If we just keep it in our thoughts, it will never happen to any action. Unless we feel strongly that, yes, I want to learn this, I want to do this, I want to pursue my hobby, this gives me more pleasure by reading or by doing any other activity, by helping somebody. We have to find time and we have to plan. Now, how do you plan? See, managing time, again, it's our own responsibility. Each one has 24 hours. If you make the things to-do list, it's easy to put down things on paper, not that difficult. But if we have to plan, list down the things, prioritize them. We have 10 things maybe on the list, what we call as a bucket list, things to do, what I want to do in my life. Prioritize. And again, ask yourself. And that's why going back to our own self. Out of 10 things, which are the one which I see? There are certain things which are important in life. There are certain things which are urgent in life. So we should have that. And all of us know, if we think about it, spend some time, we all know what is important to us. Something important but not urgent. Something very urgent, but it's not that important. And something maybe important and urgent. So we have to decide and prioritize what we want to do. And then allocate the time to do those things. So again, yes, you made a list. You prioritize what things you want to achieve, what things you want to desire, what things you want to put it as your desire. And then you give a time frame. It doesn't stop here. The biggest thing, if you want to achieve anything, is to commit. Because we make so many decisions, but not all decisions go to the actual reality. Those are only decisions, but it's not a resolution. Do you see the difference between the decision and the resolution? Decisions are made and those are easy to implement. You decide today, okay, I want to go for a movie. I want to go for a dinner here. Easy, right? But when we say, I will spend every day half an hour to do my exercises. I will do every day half an hour walk. I will spend next 10 days learning XYZ, how to pay online, how to book Uber, Ola. These are all simple things today. Some people, many of you are already doing it. But there are still a lot more things to learn. So unless it becomes a resolution means you resolve, come what may, I will do it. And consistently follow till you achieve that thing. So that's the commitment to yourself. We don't have to cheat to ourselves. So commitment is the biggest thing. Resolve what you want to do. Now, as we said earlier, we all have the capabilities. That's one thing that we have to, again, accept, that each one of us have the skills and capabilities within us. We need to develop that. We need to improve on that. The skills are there. Maybe we need to take some training. We need to learn these new things which will save our time. We have a feeling of fulfillment. See, again, it's coming to the feeling part. And see, if we feel that we are independent, once we learn and do things on our own, we don't have to depend so much on other people. Maybe our kids, maybe our friends. But yes, imagine that we are doing everything on our own. Those things which we never did before. You want to go for a movie? Open an app, book the tickets, pay online, and there you are. And everything is done in 5 minutes. Have you done it? I'm sure many of you have done this. If not, you can always do it and learn and do it and see how you feel from within. The happy moment, the well-being, the fulfillment that you feel from within will take you to the next level. You are more confident then. Once you learn one thing and implement that in your life, and then it becomes a matter of fact. How we learn so many things in-house. New things come, new machinery comes, we learn and use it, isn't it? Similarly, it is nothing, it's not a rocket science. If you are having a mobile phone, a smartphone, or if you are using a laptop or a desktop, it's not going to break. Try doing new things. So, what we call is how you become more technology savvy, meaning you are more prone. At least now your mind is open. Earlier, probably because you had a fear either, or you thought that it's difficult, I may not be able to understand, or you may think that who will tell me? How do I learn? But once you decide, there are ways and means how you can equip yourself, how you can train yourself, or how you can get trained by others. So opening your mind, keeping this in mind all the time, that yes, it's possible and I can do it. We all are in a comfort zone as a natural, which is very natural. Whatever we keep doing over years, we want to be comfortably stay in that zone. But we cannot learn anything new if we don't come out of the comfort zone. If we don't feel from inside that, yes, I want to do it. If we don't understand that, yes, I can do it. It's not rocket science. I will do, I can do. So coming out of comfort zone is very important. Now, when you come out of comfort zone, say you have a mobile phone or a laptop in your hand, many hesitate. What do I do? Can I go to settings? Can I change something? So you need to explore. You have to explore things on your own. Get familiar with the technology. Search. Today, anything you want, we say the word is Google it. Go to the Google. Google uncle is there to help us. Put what you want to know, and it will give you the answers. Go to the YouTube. Put there what you want, and there will be n number of videos. So we have to be little open, explore those things that we can learn on our own, know on our own. And there may be things that, yes, if we get help from somebody, if we get trained, our fear, let go of fear. Develop ourselves, develop our skills. Get trained, ask questions. And it's possible. There are so many tech news. We read newspapers. Even my mother, who's 90 years old, she keeps reading and she knows what is 2D, 3D, 4D, 5D. So there are websites, there are tech news, whether it's online, on Google, searching, or reading anything. Reading material also is lots. If we take some time for ourselves, going back to the time management, if we find free time, and we have to allocate some time for us to go and search and explore what is there in the outer world. It is available. Many years ago, it was not. You're going to some place, you have Google Map. It is showing you the road. You don't have to ask anybody. So the technology has made our life more simpler. Of course, too much of it can make it complicated too. But it is really making our life simple, easy to do things on our own. Do you agree? Anybody has any questions so far? Now somebody is asking about doing online banking. What are the apps available to pay money? I don't know if you are using Paytm or bank transfers. So definitely we'll come back with what apps you can use and what is more safe. If you don't feel safe using the online banking, I've been using it for years and I did not have any problem. So yes, it is up to us. We have to decide what we want to use and accordingly get trained. If we feel that yes, going to the bank because it's close to my house, because I get some time to meet, my friends there, by all means. But when you don't have time, when you have to do certain things quickly, maybe the banks are closed, but your transaction, your payment can still be done online. And that's the reason we need to still know these new ways of living, these new technologies. It will definitely save our time. So now we all have things to do. Okay? When you go back, maybe list down the things that you want to learn, that you want to know more about, you have to set some goals for yourself. You don't have to show it to anybody. You're not there to give answers to anybody. It's for your own sake. So set the goals that this is what in next 10 days, 15 days, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, I want to get myself fully equipped, trained in these areas of my life. And then once we do that and start gaining that experience, so it's a matter of all experience. See, life is all what we experience, whether it is health, wealth, any knowledge, any wisdom, what is that giving us the experience and the feeling of well-being? So when you achieve something, we have to be really proud of our achievements. We keep learning. Learning never stops, and it should not stop. We keep building the knowledge. Our result could translate into our increased confidence, the way we are living today, feeling of more independent. Our dependence on others will definitely reduce. We are born to live happy. We are born with a lot of wisdom, knowledge, and it doesn't fade, it doesn't go away because of our age. Every day we breathe fresh breath, fresh oxygen, fresh life force comes into our body. Every day we eat new food. Every day our thoughts are changing. And it is in our hands. If we change our thoughts, if we change ourselves, that yes, I am the master of my own life, and I decide what I want in my life, and take the action without hesitation, without fear. We all have the capabilities within us. Only we have to open our mind, open our vision, look at the world environment with a different set of glasses, which is changing fast, and we still want to be with the change world. As you all know, lifespan is increasing. Longevity, 60, 70, 80, we see a lot of people who are 80 plus, 90 plus, 100 plus. Why some people can live that long and live healthy and have a healthy and happy life? If some can do, we can do too. So, thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions, you have questions about Google Pay. Yes, there is going to be a training, I understand, on Google Pay. Anything that you want to learn, make a list And definitely you will get some response, some answers, some training. And only when you are comfortable, you can go ahead. But never lose your confidence. Never lose a sight, even for a minute, that it is impossible. Never. Everything is possible if we will and if we want. There is always, we say, if there is a will, there is a way. So we can find the way if we want to stay connected within our own universe. We all have our own universes. Meaning we have what we discussed right in the beginning. We have our family, our friends, our relatives, and we want to continue to connect with them. It is only we who can make this change. Each of these topics that we discussed is a topic by itself. Knowing we have a lot of exercises we can do. Just knowing ourselves, assessing our own capabilities. Everything starts with me as an individual, you as an individual first. Probably we have never or not considered or not given enough time to look at ourselves. How to manage our own time. We think we don't have time, but we actually we can find time. What are the things that we probably see when we want to add something, we should be able to deduct something from our life. If we feel that we are spending too much time on phone, for example, looking at Facebook, looking at WhatsApp messages, if I don't need to know who's traveling where and what photos somebody is putting on FB, it's up to me. I have to decide how much time I allocate for these things. Because unless we find time to get trained, to explore, to know new things, to try those things, and then confidently implement in our day-to-day life. The life is a journey. And all of us have this intelligence within us, how to lead our life happily, healthy, and successful. Think about it. And we can meet once again to do some more exercises. On each of those topics that we discussed. Thank you so much for being a part of this session. It was wonderful. Although we are not seeing each other, you see me, but I feel I'm connected to all of you. And now, at the end, we have a poll. So you can go to the poll and please complete this poll. How did you find this session? Please complete the poll so that it's a good feedback and it's a very brief discussion. It's just 1 hour and we cover so many topics. If we know it is of any interest to you, and if we know
it's not launched.
It's not launched? Oh, launch polling. Huh?
Yeah.
Here, I have to click. So I've launched the polling. Please complete. The question and answers are there. Yes, no. If you want to write anything, please complete the polling. And based on your feedback, we will definitely try to come back to you what you're looking for. Many of the things we discussed is easy to say, not so easy sometimes to follow. But definitely we can hold our hands and improve on those things, achieve those things. We can have more interactive sessions when we go for each topic separately in the near future. Thank you once again. I'm very grateful